Okay. And what is this about? What is our
And so today I'm focusing on the younger grades, so kinder, but you can modify it so that it is for older kiddos. And it's just going to be how to build a lesson in Google Slides and pull that into Cami using the Cami tools, and then push it out to students into Google Classroom.
Okay.
So I'm going to give it about 4 more minutes, and then I'll go ahead and get started. So how are you?
Alrighty. How about you? How's everything going?
Busy?
Busy. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
Yeah,
Right now, I don't want to be in mine either. But hey.
I'm having trouble keeping up with emails, but it'll get there.
Oh, I can imagine because I get them from two schools, and no sooner do I go through them and I try to hit the important ones, like the principal and whoever, assistant principal. And then the other ones, like I just try to get rid of them. Like if that's a book thing, I don't need that. And I have a whole bunch. So I cannot imagine how many you must have. Triple, I mean, quadruple what I get.
Yeah, and I
Probably
get a
get
lot of please call me. So I'm like, but sometimes I don't see them until I finally get to them, and I'm like, oh, I hope I still call them,
I hope it's still valid, huh?
right? Or I hope I don't miss them and end up too late. But yeah. Well, you might be the only one. There was only nobody in the last one, but people are
Okay.
busy, so
Yeah.
I
Nobody was in
understand
the
that.
last one. Okay, are they all the same or different? Just different time
No,
frames?
this morning I did one on social emotional learning, so
Okay.
building community in the classroom and how to build a lesson to build like relationships within the classroom. So that one was kind of
Okay.
cute. You're still doing library, so
Still
you're
in the
pushing out
library.
like, okay, that one.
In the morning, I'm at Desert Willow. In the afternoon, I'm here at Ocotillo right now.
So basically, you can take the idea of how to build something in slides and just change it to where it fits your lesson.
Okay.
So it'll still work. You can just change out the ideas, change out whatever you need to put into a slide, but you'll know how to like the steps anyways.
Okay. And you say you're going to record it,
Yes, ma'am.
and then
It's already
okay,
recording.
I will need it really bad because I have to do things 5, 6 times. So then I'll be able to, figure it out that way. Your other ones, you've got other ones, right?
We
Uh,
do. We have quite a few
and
videos. We have quite a few lessons already out there.
they're really good. I like them. You guys are really getting it. Thank goodness you guys are helping us.
You're welcome. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with the videos sometimes. These live ones are a little harder because then you can't go back and edit and take out something where you messed up. But
Yeah.
I think with these, I can take out like our conversation, so you don't have to worry about that. We'll just cut this
Okay.
part off. All
If
right.
not, tell me to be quiet and I won't say nothing. So, because we're recording. Say a little sign.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started,
Okay.
and I'm going to end up showing my screen. So you can mute yourself, but you're the only one here. So if you do have any questions, go ahead and just speak up. You
Okay.
don't have to worry about putting it in the chat. I'm going to present my screen so you know where I'm starting from. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning.
Good morning.
Or afternoon, I guess. So today I'm just going to be showing kind of a generic lesson, and I was telling our other participant, sorry, I forgot your name.
Elba. Lieto.
Elba. I know that. Sorry. That it is geared toward younger students, but you can get the basic steps and how to set up a lesson starting from Google Slides and pulling it into Cami and just making it your own. So today's lesson is going to be just a basic lesson for like going over colors in kindergarten. So that earlier it was on social emotional, but I'm going to start here in Google Slides because this is my favorite tool to use combined with Cami. So the first thing I do, of course, is title it, and we're just going to name it something simple like colors. And my first page, I'm just going to leave it like this because this is going to be my my directions to my students, and I may even give it a title like colors. And then with the second one, I'm just going to type in my directions. But I'm also going to be using Cami, the video tool, because they are younger, to explain the directions further. So I'll put it in text, but I'll also put it in a video when I push it into Cami. So students, today we are going to learn about colors. And so I'll set up my next one, and I'm going to start with a blank one. And I think I'll start with orange. So I go to background, start with a color, and just look up orange. And it can be pretty much anything you want. This is taking a while. But then I'm going to be putting in some layers here. So I do want a frame. Because I want my students, and I'm going to stick with orange. I want my students to be able to work on this frame here. And I'm going to give them some words and pictures. So I also want an orange truck. And I think I want clip art. So I was taking this cute little orange truck. And I'll put in like maybe a couple more, an orange hat. And you can tell I have boys because I'm picking all of these boy objects. I got to pick something girly here.
How do you do it to take out that white background? Do
So
you,
there's 3 words that I go to, and this time I used clip art, but
okay,
also the word transparent or PNG will take off that white background.
PNG, transparent. Okay, so you just put it, say I wanted to look for flying pigs, and
Yeah.
maybe flying
So
pig, transparent,
the
right?
flying pig transparent,
Okay.
and that should give me a flying pig. Let's try this first one. It should give me the flying pig without that white, yeah, background. Sometimes it
Wonderful.
doesn't, but most of the time it does work.
Okay.
And I'll need one more. Let's see. I don't know. Something girly. Orange dress, I guess. So on this one, I'm going to not put directions because, like I said, this is for kindergarten. For older kids, I can put written directions on here. I can wait until I get to Cami. And let's say I want a little something, or I want blue. I don't know what. There we go. A balloon. So they have a few objects to choose from. So that's how I put in my objects. That's how I put in something like this. And I can keep going. I can keep putting different slides with different colors. I'm going to go ahead and put one more. And let's do blue. Oops, I can't spell blue. I still found it. So I put blue. And I'm just going to leave that, but I would do the same thing. I'd put something for my students to work on, and then put the objects. But on here, I'm going to go ahead and put some shapes. And then I'll color them. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do with these. Oops. Oops, and I could probably just copy paste these so they're all the same size and shape. So this one I'm going to color blue. This one, whatever other colors I'm going over, I'm going to go over some orange. This one I'm going to go, so I also have pink in there and green. And then I'm going to link these to these slides. So right now I only have 3 slides, but if I add my other slides in there and they go to those colors, I press Control K. And notice I can link them to a URL, so they go out to a link, but I can go to the slides. So this one goes up in my kind of blocking here, slide 3. And I want that one to go to slide 3. So when the kids click on this, it's going to take them to the blue slide. I click on this one and Control K, and I want this one to go to slide 2. Oops. Which I can't because this is in the way, so let me hide that. There we go, and apply. So what does this look like when I pull it into Cami? So let's pretend I'm finished. I could keep building my slides and I could have a whole bunch depending on my level of kids. I don't want too many for the younger kids, but for my older kids, I can put as many as I want. But if I'm finished, I just X that out. And I go into Cami. And if I'm going too fast, it's just you two, so go ahead and stop me and say, tell me to slow down. If I need to go over anything again, just let me know. So here's my slides that I just built. Select them. And this is what they look like in Cami. So you can see if I scroll down, it's a slideshow. I didn't put anything on the blue. But if I put my video in here, talking to my students, telling them what to do, and it starts recording. Hi, students. Today we're going to learn about our colors. So if you click on the blue square, and I could even stop this and I'm like, no, I don't want that one. I want to go ahead and, oops, let me scroll over. I want to go ahead and use a screen capture. I can actually use my mouse and it'll record my screen and me. So students, today we're going to talk about colors. So if I click on this blue square, it takes me to our blue, and we can learn about our blue colors. So then they learn how as they watch the video. So when they're in their assignment, they click on the orange, it's going to take them to the orange one. And you can put in another video right here. On this orange slide, I want you to circle all of the orange objects. In the blank white place, I want you to draw something orange. Change the palette right here and pick the orange color. Draw something orange. So you're teaching them how to use the tools. You're teaching them how to, use the other tools here. And then you could even have them respond with a video at the end of the assignment, like, how did you like that assignment? when they're finished, you can teach them how to turn in an assignment, which would be up in the right corner, which will be different for uh, how you see it, but you can tell them it's up in the top bar right here. So when you're finished creating your part, putting all your videos in, you can add text to your video, you can mark it up. If you're being lazy as a teacher and you need to put text in, once you bring your text box up, oops, that's not it, your text box, and you can move it right here. You can change the font, you can make it bigger. You can use voice so that your voice records what you need to say. Uh, there's that too. So there,
Wow.
yeah.
Where was the voice box? Where was the voice thing? I didn't catch it.
So
Text,
use the
text
text
box.
box, and
Okay.
wherever you want your text, you just click,
Okay.
and you can, like I said, you can change how big you want it. Let's make it a little bigger so you can see it better. Yeah, you can bold it. Right down here, this little microphone,
Uh-huh.
because this only appears when you click on the text box. But if as soon as you click it, it's going to start recording whatever you say.
Okay, that
So
little video. Okay, cool. Okay.
yes, and then stop it, and then it records. Right now, I have it set with red in the background, and I have my letters on white. But you can change all of that.
So
So
it's
you can change the colors of the letters. You can change
good. Wow.
um, customize it pretty good. You can put emojis in there if you want to.
On the microphone, you did it. You to close it, you clicked it again, right? Like a toggle. Click
Yes.
to start on, click to turn off. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's how those work. For the students, you can't really use the dictionary. It's kind of weird. Um, for the teacher, like when you're building in Cami, like if I don't know if it'll work. So student, then if I try to highlight it, I don't know. It's a little harder. It it won't work. Like it'll work with my words that I already have from there, but for some reason, as an editor, I can't use the dictionary. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but your students should be able to use the dictionary on their end with the text that you put on here. But since my text was already on from the Google Slides, if I highlight something, they can look up the words to see what they mean. They can even use the text to speech and have it be read to them.
Wow.
So it's a really neat tool, especially for like your earlier readers, um, things like that. You can put uh, PDFs like books, Elva, if you're doing library and things like that. You can put passages in there for them to read and listen to. You can
Okay.
put YouTube videos using the comment right here. And so you
Okay.
would just click on it and put in the URL into the comment tool, the text comment tool.
For them to be able to like to read it, you mean? Or is that what
Yeah,
you said?
you know how
Sorry.
there's like read alouds on YouTube?
Right.
Yeah, you can put them right in here. And then you can give the directions like I want you to listen to the story. And then um, at the bottom of here, you could even add I don't want to upload it, but you can add a lined page for
Okay.
them to respond in a paragraph what they listened to or something like that.
Okay.
And then when you're finished and you need to assign it, you click on these 3 lines and create assignment. And for the younger kids, you can toggle off some of these extra, like the equation. The little kids do not need like the math symbols, like the higher up math symbols. So you can take that off. Maybe you don't want them to do screen recording or using the underline tools, the strike up tools. You can take all of those off. You can even
Oh,
take off,
okay.
yeah, whatever you don't want, all the extra stuff. Um, Maybe you only want them to use the circle tool, things like that. You can, if you don't want them doing a Google search on the images, you can take those off.
Oh, this
And
is perfect. Yeah.
mhm. So, and
Okay.
then signature tool. I mean, I don't know. That one, it just depends. And then when you're ready, you can make a copy for each student. If it's a collaborative assignment, you take this off and then they share that copy and you assign it to those certain students. And
I'm just taking a picture of the picture.
oh, okay, go for it. You do have to title it. I would maybe set a scheduled time for when it does go out, especially if you're a LAMPS teacher, and go ahead and press assign. And that's it, unless you have any questions about creating the assignment or anything I went over in slides. Um, that's how we use Cami.
On the blank, when you do a new slide, right away that box comes out with what do you want me to title it? And you went ahead and kept it because you were going to put colors and some instructions. But what if I just wanted it blank? What did you do? Because I was going through all kinds of steps.
Okay, so in here,
Uh-huh. Go to I I remember I went to somewhere where it showed me a whole bunch of them, and way at the bottom was a blank one. So I had to click on that one. Was able to do that, but it seemed like you did a different one. You went to the down arrow.
oh,
Oh,
right here,
uh-huh.
yeah.
And I
So
went to something like a range, had to go all the way and then look for it. And see, it had it
uh,
at the bottom like that, but it was a different spot. And I thought, well, and I did it, but I said, I don't think this is the shortest way. So
yeah,
that's
so
what you do.
I can add a new one and it's just going to add a
Okay.
generic one. But if I want a specific layout, I can go here and I can pick the one that I want.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And the control case, say I was building a Cami lesson for librarian, and I had a book, and on that book I can do control K, right? And it will give me
Yeah.
a
So,
little box and say that I found something on storyline, a story. Do I copy the URL from the storyline book, or can I drag it into there, or how do I drop it in there so that it would?
so let's pick a book. So you want the book, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
And you built everything else, and then you want to connect it to
A little story that a little video maybe.
a video. Okay. So it's Control K, and your video is,
You
um,
open another window. Okay.
let's say it's on YouTube, and it's a read aloud, and we'll just say it's this one.
Okay.
So, oops. And you could either get the URL from here and just copy it, or you can get it from up here
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Control C.
Control C. Okay.
Yeah.
Control C to copy.
And then
Okay.
Control V to paste it in there.
Control V to paste. Cool. Okay.
And then apply, and then you can see that there's the story right there. Once upon a poodle.
Okay. Cool. Because I'll get one or two steps and I'll forget the middle one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Knocks
so
me
there's your book,
completely
and then
off.
it's attached to that story. So whenever you put it in Cami, they click on it, and in Cami it's going to show up like a yellow color if they hover over their mouse over it. So it doesn't show like it did with these. See how you can barely see like it highlights and
Right.
my mouse changes I have a weird mouse. I have a pencil and an eraser, but theirs will change from like the arrow to the pointy finger.
Okay.
So they know that's like a clickable. And then if they click on it, it'll take them to that video outside of Cami.
Okay. And actually everything we do like in library to make a lesson, I should open it up in Cami, right?
Yeah, and if you want them to stay in Cami, you can do that. Like I said, you just go here, and then you just paste the video, and then they'll have the video right there. And inside Cami, they won't be taken to YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. I just want them to get the story, not navigate YouTube.
Yeah, so that then this would probably be like your better option if you want to do it that way.
Okay. Just open it up like that and then paste it and then okay. Control C. Got it. I think I got it. Okay.
Okay.
And let me see. Does anybody else have any question? I notice there's one more person, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just absorbing, so I'm good.
All right. I
Okay.
know it's a lot, and I talk a little fast sometimes. And
You'll
what
get
grade
it
do you
little by
teach?
little.
Kindergarten.
Kinder. Oh, so this was perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well,
I did one earlier today, and I'll go ahead and show that one. Go back to my slides, and I can share these with you. I did who we are. So this one is just sharing out, like building that community. I know it's really hard to get to know each other whenever we're all online, and you might see each other's faces on there. But this one, if you pull it up in Cami, and let's go back to Cami. Oops.
that's where I kind of get mixed up. Well, I'll go to my Google Slides. Then you have to click on the K for opening it up in Cami, right? So that you could work on it, right? That's how you're supposed to do it, or is that the long version? Because
I like to work in slides and then open it from there. You can, like I
so
said,
someone was telling me that if I worked in slides and did all these different things, then when I start working with it on Cami, I can't rearrange like maybe the book, the
right. So those things get flattened whenever
okay,
you pull it in, and you can't change it. But once you go, like if you keep this open and Cameo open, let me see, which one am I opening? Okay, the fruit one. So let's say I open the fruit. And let me go to, like, say this one. I have Annie Banks over here. And if I go to this one and I change this to Annie, I don't know, Annie Sam. As soon as I do that, I come over here and I refresh it, it's going to change it here.
okay, where's your
So
refresh button? Where's
mhm,
your
it's that little circle
oh,
with
there
the
you
arrow.
go. Okay.
So if I was like, oh, I need to change that real quick before I send it to my students, I just go back to my slides, change it in there, and then it'll be changed in Cami as well.
Oh, okay.
So this is the one I did earlier. I just had different backgrounds, but it was the same concept. So for the little kids, I would send this to maybe 4 or 5 students in Google Classroom so that they work collaboratively, but they would be able to draw a self-portrait. I would probably, as a kinder teacher, gather a few things. This is Annie Sam. She likes, I don't know, she likes to play with her dog. Her favorite color is pink. And she likes to ride her bike, something like that. And so for the other students, they have to write or they have to do a video comment "Hi, Annie, it's nice to meet you. I like your portrait." Or say something positive about Annie, like, "I'm so glad you're in my class." So this is just a real positive to get to know you sort of assignment. So using the voice comment or the text comment or video comment tools. And then with the little ones, you may want to do like a screen capture demonstrating with the first slide, like how to do the voice, how to use those tools. So, so Rebecca, if you want that assignment, I can share that with you, and you can change the backgrounds. You can edit the names, the colors, everything like that.
Yeah,
But
that would be great. I'd love to play with that.
yeah. All right, that's all I have for now, unless you have any other questions or thoughts or ideas for the next session.
You said once you make the lesson, how do you push it? You push it or to put it into Google, into your classroom, I guess, library classroom.
All right, so here I showed you, but I didn't actually finish it. So you just click the 3 lines,
3 lines. Okay, I got that part. This
create assignment. I'm going to give this to my virtual classroom. I think I only have a few students, so I'm going to go and give it to
5 of
my
them.
test student and my other test student. I won't give it to Miss Taylor.
Okay.
And then I'm going to call this one Getting to Know You, or whatever I called it, Who We Are, or something like that. So I give it a title. I don't have to add anything else. For the younger students, I wouldn't send the instructions. They're really confusing, and they go through a lot of steps that are unnecessary, like adding Cameo to the Chromebook, and we don't need that part anymore. So I wouldn't send those. With the little ones, I would go ahead and restrict a lot of these, like those, and they probably don't need those. They don't need
None of
these
those.
yet. Yeah, maybe the drawing tools, but they don't need to insert images right now. So I would probably take all those off. They don't need to put a signature tool in there. So, and then I would assign it.
Okay, got okay.
And for teachers, it's really cool because when you go to grade these, you can also use the Cameo tools to grade. I think I only have one assignment that I graded. It was Miss Taylor's. So she wanted to see, like, what does it look like from the kid's point of view? So I went ahead and graded with Cameo. I gave her a sticker. I put her grade in, but you can use the same tools that you have in Cameo right there in Google Classroom. And the stickers are down here in your images. So you have all kinds of cute stickers to give to your students. All right, anything else?
Let us know when you have more Cami trainings because I could use them all.
All right.
I'll do them over and over and over.
I know there's so many tools that it's like you'd have to go through
I
quite a
might
few
have to
to learn
join
out like
Rebecca's.
all of them. What's that?
Yeah, I might have to join Rebecca's class kindergarten.
Oh,
Give her all the assignments.
I might have to join her and let her teach me too because I'm like, okay.
oh gosh, no.
Okay.
I'm actually an assistant, but I'm trying to learn as much as I can to help my teacher. So
Yeah.
just so I can be aware of what's going on, and so
That's good. Well, who's your teacher you're working with this year?
Ala Rose Nardo.
Oh, okay, so she's doing the cave, right?
Yes.
The online. Oh, okay, so that's good. You're
Yeah,
learning
we
so you have to
definitely
do all
need
that.
the help we can get.
Yeah.
And you know what? I saw in an email today that said that even IAs were going to have to learn how to do lessons. I don't know why, but yeah, that we were going to have to learn to do lessons. And I thought, oh, okay. Well, we have because we're in library, but
Uh-huh.
that was interesting that it said that IAs, so it might come down the line. Who knows?
Right, right. So I'm just trying to do as much as I
Did I
can.
hear it? Yeah, as much
Yeah.
as you can.
Especially if they keep us with online school. I mean,
They may very
what
well.
are we gonna do, huh?
Yeah.
Well, ladies, thank you for joining today. And if you have any questions, just email me or join me in a meet. I have my appointment slot schedule set up, so you can always set up something during the week as well.
How do we know what you're going to offer? Will you send us? Could you send us?
Um, yeah, Andrea and I will talk to each other. We This week was just our first few days, and we didn't really think about setting up a certain topic, but we'll get together and set something up for next Wednesday's lesson building.
Okay, then that way I can get on them. Anything I can learn, like Rebecca says, anything, will help me.
Alrighty,
Okay.
guys, have a good afternoon.
You
Thank
too.
you so
Thank
much.
you. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.